phone number, and you send them a text. And the text has a link in it, and your friend opens up the link, and it says, hey, your friend Daniel wants to eat with you, and he wants Mexican food. Want to find something? And you say, sure. So it presents you with something that's in between you two that is Mexican food. And then you can decide if you want to go there or not, and if you do, it gives you both directions, and if not, it gives you the next best place.
Is it also Mexican food?
It is also Mexican food.
Sweet. What if there's no Mexican food restaurants where you are? And it tells you that. Then you're SOL?
Then you choose Italian instead.
Shit. Bullshit.
Do you want to talk?
I don't really have.
Do you want to talk?
Let these guys go first, I'll go after.
Hello everyone. So, last semester at college, I decided that I didn't have enough time on my hands, and I figured it was because I was just wasting a ton of time. So I started writing down every single thing I did, and that took a lot of time itself. But at least at the end of it, I had a huge data set of things I could go back to and figure out, oh, this week I spent this many hours on my physics P set, or I'm spending way too much or not enough time sleeping or socializing with friends. And essentially, we're building an iPhone app that enables you to do that. So there's two things. One is a really easy user interface that allows you to enter events without typing. And then the second thing is presenting the data that users collect in a way that's useful. So we've just about managed to figure out how to access the user's calendar data that's built into the phone already. And yeah, we're working natively in Xcode. So Objective-C people will be very useful to us. Thank you. Question? Yeah, so at the moment we want to be able to integrate it with data that's already on your calendar. But we want to pull data but not push data. So yeah, and then the non-typing thing just uses previous events. So if you create an event once that has a certain calendar category, and then a title, so you have classes and then physics. Once you've created that once, you can just use touch only to create another event with the same category and same title.
So we had a project that originated out of a class that I'm actually TAing. And the notion of the project would be to have people congregate around projects. So this is a team. The class has team-based projects associated with it and tries to attract individuals to those corresponding projects. And vice versa, people with projects try to solicit individuals that have corresponding interests and skills. So we developed our application on that basis, trying to optimize the matching between skills and interests between those two parties in the context of a class, but we see that being more broadly applicable in other settings as well. But that's the current format.
Does everyone know what user stories are? Or down process? Okay. So what I'm trying to do is create a virtualized pinboard for user stories for developers and designers for these type of events. And I want to build it basically with touch input. I just came to realize there's an app called Trello, which does an awesome job. But I want to change up the UI so it's so simple that a child can use it. Anyway. So anybody who's good with Backbone, who has used it in other projects, who's interested, come see me.
Who's next? You guys? You guys? How about you guys? Oh, you want to talk? Yeah.
Hey, I'm Andrew Farrell, and if you are new to an organization, it is hard to find somebody who's really good to develop a mentorship relationship, and that's often key to getting yourself involved in the organization and to really learning from the organization. So I'm basically building a dating site for mentors.
Do you need help?
And if somebody is interested in helping me with design and suggesting good front-end libraries and tools to use, my ears are open.
Okay. So the start of our idea kind of originated from, was it Time Hop?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like a tool which will look at your Twitter history and show you something that you said on this day, you know, from years past. So we kind of want to adapt that to Last.fm and music. So that's going, so basically we're going to take our, you know, your Last.fm data and present to you what you've listened to in the past. And that's kind of where we started, but we want to take it a little further than that. So we're also working on how we can also visualize just any time-related data. So that could be, you know, looking at the acceleration at which you listen to albums. So if you start to see how fast, like, you go from listening to an album once to how fast you listen to an album, you know, multiple times in a day, or you start dropping it, and just seeing your trends over time. And that's kind of what we're working on.
All right, so we're working on a website that basically is formed around two ideas. The first being, you know, the age-old mismatch between providers, so photographers, writers, web designers, designers in general, and the people that would like to hire those providers. And the second idea is that when I'm looking to hire a provider, I only care about whether you are good at what you do. So the site would literally be, what are you? I am a writer. Show me your writing. I'm a designer, show me your work. I don't care about your resume, I don't care about your experience. I just want to see what you're good at and whether you're good at it, and then I'll contact you if I want to. So we're basically, it's going to be very minimalist, trying to connect the two people that I just talked about. Sorry?
You look at a concept called gamification.
We have not.
You might want to talk about it.
What is it?
Hi. So we're kind of thinking of doing some big data visualization stuff. So we kind of wanted to visualize different like CO2 emissions, like different kind of like danger level in each city, and we don't want to like project it on a graph or like something. So, but we want to do it kind of different. So we are thinking of using Instagram pictures and visualize like the CO2 emissions on those pictures. So something like that. That's what we haven't like decided as to how we are going to do that yet, but this is what we have.
Hi, so my name is Ruben. So basically we want, okay. So the observation that we started with was that we all came in this hackathon, that a lot of us didn't know anyone else. It's kind of a bit complicated to just like come here and in an hour talk to everyone and start to form team and stuff. So we basically want to build a platform that will allow like, you guys to start basically presenting yourself and discussing before the hackathon, so that when you come, you already have a feel of who's going and who's interested in what and who wants to build what. But when you come, like, you know, because we just had like 1 hour and a half to talk, and ultimately you don't have time to talk to everyone. So we just want to do this. We want to create a platform so that people can interact before the hackathon, basically.
Okay, well, quite basically, we're making an app for people who are high. So it's GIFs and pictures and memes and really entertaining stuff that we can focus directly to one audience and hopefully advertise to that audience. It's going to be really basic. It's called Third Eye. It's going to be a really cool eye background. Say after the third eye, press it, then you have GIFs and pictures and fun things to look at and advertisements. That's it.
Good evening, everyone. Today and tomorrow we plan to build an app for those who want to keep fit. And we all, when we work out, when we are jogging or just working out, we'll often listen to music because it helps us to get motivated, to get dedicated, and there is no doubt that music really helps. But it's really important for us to have the rhythm of your movements and the rhythm of your training correspond to the rhythm of music you listen to. So you don't want to run fast and listen to relaxing music and vice versa. So we are building an app which for smartphones, which basically calculates the rhythm of your movements and mixes music for you, which corresponds to the rhythm of your movements to make your workout really enjoyable. Thank you.
You guys over here, would you like to say anything?
So over there, there's a computer that's got its back. Okay, we're running over to get it. PSA, don't spill Coke on laptops. It's bad productivity. But there it is. Oh no.
Okay. PSA. Is there anyone else who would like to say anything?
You share ideas? We have to actually be hacking it.
I don't think you actually have to be like doing it. You can just share ideas.
I've got a non-QS related idea.
I mean, like, we're letting it dry out. Okay.
That is
So, hey guys, I have a side project called Global Music Project. Basically, we take the best live music from TEDx events around the world, now like 140 different countries, and since they're Creative Commons, you can remaster them and release them to download and remix for free. The challenge is there's 6,000 videos that are tagged music on the TEDx Talks YouTube channel. So we've been floating around this idea of kind of scraping the YouTube channel for all these talks, creating this database, this kind of portal on the website where people can access the talks, collectively sort of add data like location, artist information, genres, etc., and then upvote the best talks, and then sort of on a weekly basis, the best talks will get pushed to the curatorial team and audio engineering team that are actually already in place. So if anybody's interested in hacking that, I'll be around. Come find me.
Hey, I have like a handful of projects.
Yeah.
One, I'm making a drum and bass bot that will take any song and turn it into drum and bass using Equinest. And I have a whole open source bot making the scripts. You can run SoundCloud bots and they'll find music and remix it and post it. And if you want to make song bots, like totally come to me, I'll show you the GitHub. Another project I'm working on is for lyricists and poets and writers, and it makes rhyming and alliteration unfairly easy. And if any poets, freestylers out there want to use some user testing, totally come to me. If you have some ideas for like language hacks that would be cool to work in, let me know. Yes. NLTK, WordNet, CMU, lots of cool stuff. Yeah.
All right, anyone else? If not, then it's time to get ice cream. So this is something that GitHub is sponsored. You can basically just head out there and there's ice cream that you should.
Seated.